You're listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.
Three numbers before the open. Samsung down 7.82%, SK Hynix down 9.75%, and the Philadelphia Semiconductor Index down nearly 5% overnight. SK Hynix just approved Korea's largest ever stock buyback, 40 trillion won, about $28.65 billion, fully canceled. Samsung just raised Foundry prices by up to 15%, and the won just broke back below 13.98 per dollar for the first time in 10 months. It's Thursday, August 20th. Here's what today's story could mean for the Korean market. Global chip stocks sold off hard overnight as U.S. 30-year Treasury yields hit their highest level since 2007, reviving doubts about the AI memory boom's staying power. That sell-off hit Samsung and SK Hynix directly Thursday, even though HBM demand hasn't actually changed. At the same time, Korean earnings and Samsung's Foundry pricing power tell a different story. Here's what the numbers show. Samsung fell 7.82%, and SK Hynix dropped 9.75% Thursday, tracking a 4.98% overnight plunge in the Philadelphia Semiconductor Index. SK Hynix's ADR fell even harder, down 9.2% to $155.62, as U.S. 30-year yields hit 5.33%, the highest since 2007. SK Hynix's board approved a 40 trillion won buyback, about $28.65 billion, the largest share cancellation in Korean corporate history, with total shareholder returns this year expected near 100 trillion won, about $71.55 billion. Samsung raised Foundry order prices by 10 to 15% across its 4nm and 5nm lines, according to Reuters, as TSMC hits capacity limits. KOSPI-listed companies posted first-half operating profit of 388 trillion won, about $277.7 billion, up 254%, with non-chip companies alone still up 75.6%. The won strengthened to 1,397.7 per dollar Thursday, its strongest level in about 10 months, driven partly by exporters selling dollars. So what does this mean for traders positioning today? Earlier, we said Samsung and SK Hynix opened down sharply on a global chip sell-off. Here's what that actually means for you. The drop looks driven by bond yields and macro fear, not by any actual change in HBM or AI memory demand. SK Hynix's record buyback and Samsung's Foundry price hikes both point to strong underlying fundamentals, so today's move may be more of a sentiment test than a trend reversal. Watch whether the won's move below 13.98 per dollar holds through Friday. That will tell you if foreign investors are rotating back into Korean chip stocks or just riding out a bond yield scare. That's today's AI Prism, Stock Investors. This episode was produced with AI assistance based on Seoul Economic Daily reporting and reviewed by a human editor. AI Prism is a Won IFRA award-winning series. We'll be back tomorrow.
You've been listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.